Now more than ever, Lowe's knows you don't just want a low price, you want the lowest price. And with our lowest price guarantee, you can count on us for competitive prices on all your home improvement projects. If you find a qualifying lower price somewhere else on the same item, we'll match it. Lowe's, we help, you save. Price match applies the same item. Current price at qualifying retailers. Exclusions and terms apply. Learn how we'll match price at lowes.com/lowest price guarantee.
Lately I've been thinking something's going wrong, 'cause you got an attitude. You're not in the mood like you used to. Girl, I can feel it when I hold you in my arms. The feeling is not the same. Can I be the one to blame?
I don't wanna lose your love. Don't wanna lose it. I don't wanna say bye-bye. True love is so hard to find, and it's right between your lips and mine. And mine, before I let go.
Oh, I let you go. Giving in this tonight, baby. Wah-ha-ha-ha, 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 wah-ha-ha-ha.
Whoa-ha-ha-ha!
Wah-ha-ha-ha, wah-ha-ha, wah-ha-ha-ha. Wah-ha-ha-ha, wah-ha-ha-ha, wah-ha-ha-ha. Hey everybody, welcome back to the Blackest Show About Nothing. It's Jaden XT. You wanna know what's funny? When I was growing up, I always thought the song was nasty because I thought Dave Hollister was saying, our love is in between your legs and mine.
Same. I'm not like and it's right between your legs and mine. And mine.
Yeah. DLC.
No, nigga, you and I are just in sync. That is. Shut up.
Anyway, hey everybody, welcome back to a brand new episode of Dating XT. Do you have news this week, or are we coasting? Okay.
No, I got a little news this week.
Get into some what your preacher need to teach you.
So, we've been talking about the ongoing famine, imposed famine, due to the IDF blocking all aid into Gaza since March. So now it's been dire, as I've been telling you all. There is a flotilla, a boat making its way to Gaza with a few activists, actors, and
Thunberg.
Yeah, Greta Thunberg, however you. The white girl who be doing the right or be on the right.
Thornberry for the longest until I saw this news, and I was like, you know what?
You're like, I'll put some respect on her name. I mean, I think Greta Thunberg is fine, but because we appreciate the work that she does. It's not said in when nobody's being evil, but
it's a brave ass 12-year-old or however she is. She's young, but yeah,
doing more than you niggas could even. More than you could even just think about doing. So they're headed to Gaza to prayerfully break the siege with aid, but obviously they're being targeted. So initially when they were setting out, the boat was bombed not too far off of the coast, in the Malta waters, essentially. But now they're still making their way, and there are drones being reported that are flying above them, so forth and so on. So, we are praying that they do make it there safely because the aid is dire. It's necessary. And again, the aid that's coming in, the quote unquote aid that's coming in through the government, because they tried to say that all of the other organizations that were assisting and bringing in aid were terrorist organizations, which is insane. So they decided to bring their own aid in, and it has been nothing but mayhem. And they did that intentionally after starving people again since March, where their children they don't have anything to give to their kids. I can't imagine a world where I'm looking at Noah starving and I have nothing to give her. Like, put that in perspective. So they set up like 8 or 9 aid spots, mutual aid spots throughout Gaza. 8 or 9 for 300,000 people per spot. That's insane. No, you know that is not effective. So we're praying that this flotilla makes it. And while the emphasis should not be put on the celebrities or the activists that are doing this, we don't want to forget why they're doing it. So we're grateful that it's being done, but we don't want to forget the why, which is that people are being starved intentionally. We don't want to forget that. And another activist I follow, Janan Matari, who is a Palestinian American activist, very, very informative. She brought out a really good point recently about, as we are continuing to bring awareness to these things, just to be mindful about how we share what we're sharing and bringing honor and dignity to people who are being stripped of every bit of honor and dignity. So I just thought that was a good note, a good reminder, and I wanted to share that as well. Likewise, in Sudan, they are right now battling a deadly cholera outbreak because of contaminated water, because of the genocide in general, but contaminated water, and a constant collapsing healthcare system. So almost 200 people have died. It might be there by now when this comes out, and thousands more have been infected. Specifically in the Omdurman and Khartoum area. And so, again, please continue to just pay attention to what's happening on the ground. There are many initiatives and many people who are in touch with people here on the ground there with resources on how we can help effectively. And so please make sure you check out the links in the description box if you are able to do so. I know we're all facing all kinds of things. But if that is in your power and in your control and in your will, then those are provided for you, and they are reputable resources. So I just wanted to make sure that we shared that this week.
Awesome. Well, not awesome, but thank you.
I know what you mean.
For keeping us a titty on all things.
I do my best.
Global, yes. Happy Pride Month.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be a rough one.
Mm-hmm.
It opened with homophobia, with the gentleman who played John Redcorn on King of the Hill.
Mm-hmm.
Was shot and killed in daylight by a homophobic neighbor.
Yep.
In an attempt to save his husband.
It's insane.
They're planning their lives together and everything, and it really puts into perspective, like I see a lot of like gay influencers or people who work in this space have been lamenting, or I'll say bitching, about the lack of funding from these corporate sponsors and stuff like that. And it's also, I gotta be honest, like that's not what Pride's about.
No.
And honestly, I'm kind of glad they're divesting. Move, scram, get out of our business.
Get your fake ass out of here.
I feel like that's what I hate about like the capitalization of these social movements, right? Like Juneteenth.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't need fucking Bank of America being a sponsor for a Juneteenth festival.
Absolutely
like,
not.
You know what I mean?
Unless y'all
like,
paid out reparations.
I don't. Right. I partnered with Nissan. Like, no.
That's insane.
No, we need to get to the fucking grassroots.
Why would you have Ultimas at a Juneteenth event? You know what you're doing.
Exactly. So we need to get real about where we are as far as doing this work, whatever that means, or just being free and prideful, right? Like it should be protest, not assimilating into capitalism.
That's how it started. Pride started as a protest. Pride did not start as a parade. It didn't start. Now, that doesn't mean that celebration can't happen. Celebration is liberation, it's joy, it's revolution, it's rebellion.
Yes, it's...
But don't forget the origins of everything.
Our celebration is political.
Yeah. The Juneteenth is because niggas were informed late that they were free after they shouldn't have been enslaved in the first place. Pride was people saying, hello, we deserve human rights. We are human beings. And y'all are wilding out here. So we're going to wild out and show you that we deserve and demand respect. Like, and also watch out for pink washing this month because they like to do that too. And people who come to you with the rhetoric about,
gay.
Oh,
that people always be funny because that shit was so true. Like, hi, gay.
Watch
it's your
out.
month now. We're giving you 20% off.
No, they are baiting you into spending money with them, and also like. I have a large, I'm very well immersed in the community. And while the majority of the niggas that I fuck with are on the right side of things, there's been a few skewed opinions, they will kill us in Palestine, so I don't need to speak up for Palestine. Listen here, first of all, they'll kill you here. They just did. They continue to do so. They continue to strip rights. And also, just because Israel likes to paint itself as this free, democratic utopia, also, lest we forget that they use surveillance. They use homosexual, LGBTQIA plus Palestinians as surveillance for the IDF. So don't forget that these people are just using you. And when they're not really down for your liberation and they're not down for liberation in general, they're not down for any cause. So keep that in mind.
Yeah. Ha! What you see is what you get. It's what you get. What you see is what you get.
Yeah. Yeah.
But this is not a political episode. We just wanted to make sure that all of these things were...
No, celebrate, but, be mindful.
Yeah.
And all that jazz.
And happy Puerto Rican Day Parade Month. It's actually tomorrow, but...
Is DR Parade still in June too?
I don't know.
I remember... Or Brazilian, it was booked.
They just had the Guyanese. They just had the Guyanese on the first.
Because I remember for a solid decade when I first moved to New York, I couldn't tell if it was Pride, but
you still can't. What you mean?
And I was just like, and then that's when I was like, are they Dominican or Puerto Rican or are they homosexual? And then come to find out that the lines are very blurred sometimes. So, depends on how hot the summer is, So,
what just came to mind? I'm irritated with you because what just came to my mind was that fucking show you showed me with the nigga who partook in physical activity with the other nigga in the garage with no lube. The DL nigga, the DL shit, the DL Chronicles. That's what it was. And remember,
we did watch the DL Chronicles.
Yes,
I totally forgot about that.
And I don't know. As soon as you say it depends on how hot it is, that just I was like because no lube is crazy. Like that's crazy. Spit is not
prep the butt.
You
have to prep the butt.
Like mise en place. Like you have to. You gotta set it up. This is like you need to get your whole situation together. Make sure the sink don't have no dishes in it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the clean dishes are put away. You gotta make sure the counters are cleared. Your cutting board your knife is sharp. You know what I'm saying? Like there is preparation that goes into these activities.
What in the butt? I said what in the butt? I said what in the butt? I said what in the butt? You wanna do it in my butt? In my butt? You wanna do it in my butt? In my butt? You wanna do it in my butt? In my butt? Let's do it in the butt. Okay.
You gotta prep the butt, y'all.
You can't hawk a loogie, spit on your fucking hand and let it rip. Like that's crazy.
Hey,
it's cruel.
Listen, gays do it.
Niggas. Niggas
Not
do
even
it.
just staying in prison. Oh yeah, niggas do it just of all.
Yeah, because you know some are
all
not gay, some are
types.
SSA.
Or MSM, or is that what the term is? Yeah, MSM.
What's that?
Men who have sex with men.
But they're not gay.
Correct.
Right. Okay. Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Sociological term. It's hard to grasp, but like
I'm a millennial. God's
Like, I
still working on
remember-
me, but I'm here to, you know what I'm saying? Try to receive and respect.
I don't know if I sent you this reel, but there was this white girl. She was like, we got to be kinder to like the boomers because at some point we will be just like them, but just not racist.
I
but like
told you yesterday.
when it comes to somebody like gay, fine, trans,
I told you
whatever
on
the fuck.
Patreon.
But you about to be a what?
You're a dog? You're a fucking wolf? Bitch, get the fuck out of here. Don't.
No.
So,
There's only so much in this world I can tolerate. There's only so much liberalism and wokeness.
nah, you don't get to be a hipster on my watch. That's not. You know?
Not at all. That's indicative of my parenting. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like
where did I go wrong?
because you a guinea
To,
pig
like,
now.
Yeah.
No.
I would be so insulted. Like, why would you even? Anywho,
I already
have
asked
stuff
Noah.
for you to
I was
talk
like, you don't
about.
have no you don't have any Therian friends, do you? And she was like, what? No. And I was like, you don't think you a cat, do you? And she was like, girl, get away from me.
I would be so traumatized. No, I'd be like, what the fuck is this bitch asking?
No, I know she's gonna grow up and be like, even this morning while we were on our way, she was, because I was like, what you think happens to us when we die? And she was like, I don't know. And I was like, well, think about it. Like in your deepest mind. Come on, dig it. Let's talk about it. And she was like, huh. Okay. And we started getting into conversation. I gotta give her prompts. You know what I'm saying? We have to chat.
I was invited by this high school to give a speech as a language expert about the importance of learning languages. But instead of just telling the students why language matters, I decided to show them. So I spent weeks secretly mastering Gen Alpha slang and then delivered the entire speech in their own linguistic native tongue.
That's important.
You are chat parenting.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm Beverly
Yeah.
Goldberg. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, that is very Beverly Goldberg of you.
I am the black Beverly
Oh
Goldberg.
my gosh.
I asked her this. I was like, so no crushes this year? Nobody? And she was like, oh God, no. You can tell me now. I'm like, tell me if you have a crush. So I know. I got to look at them in their eyes and see what kind of person this is. You know what I'm saying? Let's chat about it. I don't want you feeling like it has to be a secret. But she's never been secret.
Researching their parents.
That girl used to be 5, coming to us talking about, I have a crush. So I don't think I think she really don't have no crushes this year, which is fine.
And good. There's probably nobody worth her time anyway.
She had one before at the top of the year. I'm probably not supposed to be doing this, huh? She had one at the top of the year, but
You know she's sneaking listen.
I know, because you know that little nigga came in here yesterday while me and Kia were recording, and she was like, I came in here on purpose so I could show you all this. And she puts on boots on the ground and proceeds to do the full choreography because of the live show. And she was like, I just want you to know I can do it, and next time I'm joining it. And I was like, you better be paying attention. Set an example for your kids.
Yes.
Yes. Mhm.
I do have something to talk to you about, and it's in relation to children. It's fascinating, actually, but I'm going to tell you after the break. But let's pay some bills first.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Hey, everybody. It's Friday. Wherever you're listening,
We're ready to
wherever you're
sign.
at work, fuck that job. Wherever you are,
Okay.
if you're searching for a job, fuck that search.
Yeah.
Get comfortable and listen to us.
That's terrible advice.
I know it is. But you know what? There's only so much job searching you can do. You already put 20 applications in yesterday. Just take a chill.
Not you sounded
pill
like
and
that
just
MAGA
relax
white
with
lady
us.
talking about, well, we're all gonna die anyway. And it was like, oh, yo, bitch, you're crazy. You're fucking crazy. No,
Listen,
keep going with the no. Let's pay bills.
I'm not saying to stop. I'm saying to take a pause.
Oh yeah.
You know?
Okay, that's important.
You know?
Yeah.
19% of me should
Yeah.
be a part of their lives. And that's through this show. But you know, tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. And not y'all keeping us a secret talking about I don't know 5 people I would tell y'all about.
Goddamn. Well, fuck my drag, nigga.
Like damn. Like fuck our drag. Love us out loud. We are not roaches.
I got these
Love
friends,
us
Jay
in the
Next D,
daylight.
coming over. They're an acquired taste, but you know.
Yeah.
I mean, they're not
I
wrong,
hate
friend.
the fact that we the cousins you have to warn other people about.
You
what I
know,
mean?
sometimes it just be like that.
Yeah.
You know?
It's fine.
Yeah.
Well, anywho, share, join the Patreon. We have we're having a time down at the Patreon.
Mm-hmm.
More so than ever. Yes, a lot of stuff ended, but we we unearthed the first season of Love After Lockup, and we are now committed to rewatching it in
Also,
this era.
just to make sure that things are put on public platforms, I called Sharp Entertainment. I called them on their voicemail and left a voicemail. And I said who I was and who we were and what our purpose was. So if you one of them shady bitches over at Sharp Entertainment who be listening to this shit and you know who the fuck you are, answer my goddamn voicemail. I gave you my phone number. I gave you an email. And we got work to do. Like the fact that we are
let's get
revisiting
busy.
our old content from 7 years ago, 8.
Yeah, 7 years ago.
The fact that we are doing this, like my child's growing boobs right now, and my child was in pre-K talking about Love After Lockup. So I need you to answer my voicemail, and I want to hold you accountable on this public platform.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because we're honestly keeping the lights on down at Sharp
Hello.
Entertainment.
They're like, never
It's
mind
not
all of our
fucking TLC.
What? It's not 90 Day Fiancé and it's 17 shows.
No, not at all. It's this black program right here. Yeah, join the Patreon. We're also watching Never Ever Met.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Seasons 1 and 2. Seasons 1, I should announce this, but I'll say that in a second. But uploading season 1 currently, and we're watching season 2 together. It's a time. Join. $9.99 and $12.99 respectfully. We'll be having a live coming up this month.
Yep.
So join in and we'll have a good wang dang doodle. Subscribe to us on the Tube of You. It's freer than you and me. Like, comment, and subscribe. It helps us reach other people on the internet that you may or may not be embarrassed to tell us about. So if you just click the like, it'll show up in other people's algorithms.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's how you do it.
Yeah, there you go. Manipulate.
So I have had a Substack, right? I don't know if I announced this on the main show last week, but I'm shutting it down. Not because, and I haven't posted in over a year, just because something told me not to. Like there was laziness in content, like I was inundated with content doing stuff for this show and whatever. But then I've come to learn that Substack likes to promote and partner with Nazi commerce. You can Google the story; it's legit, and so I can't get jiggy with that. So I am going back to YouTube eventually, and I'll let you all know what it will be. It'll be intentional, it'll be a different space, but I was just like, oh no, I can't do that. So it's still up there right now because I need to take some time and get the content off of it. But if you currently pay for it, please stop. I'm not refunding. Just stop. Just cancel today.
Yeah.
That's all. 'Cause I'm not making any more. I'm not making it anymore.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think that's it. Oh, I'm still taking on clients and things.
Yes.
Get your digital stuff and life in order.
Yes. Yes. And also Sunday on a Monday. Los Angeles, June 16th, which is a week from this Monday coming. That's insane.
Oh yeah, it is.
There are a few tickets left. No, I'm not.
I just
I'm
realized
not
the
doing.
time that this comes out, you will be the next Friday. You'll be here.
I know. Well, this is.
That's so quick. Oh my gosh.
I know. Yeah, who are you telling?
That means your live show is soon. Jeez.
Also,
Louise.
Getting Grown live at the Walk Good Yard, Juneteenth.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a time. There will be custom merch that is only available for the shows. We had such a good time in New York, so we cannot wait to see you all in LA. But yes, also Sunday on a Monday, a few tickets left. That is not me using selling tactics. Like there's a few tickets left. So we're doing gumbo dinner, 4 courses, again, honoring our diasporic traditions of Sunday dinner, but with a twist. So I hope to see you all there. There'll be a custom cocktail. We're gonna be in an intimate setting. You know, the kitchen is an open setting as well. So it's gonna be a good time. And I have an incredible sous chef on the ones and twos. Chef Oni is gonna be there with me as well, Oni Akpa, who is a San Diego and Houston-based chef. And she's incredible. So we're gonna have a time. So make sure you all come through. Link in the description box.
Yeah. It's gonna be a time. I'll be there. And I'll be at the live show. So come on through. But let's take a break and we'll be back with more Jade XD. Hit it, Claude.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
When you listen to his music, especially his last piano works, Beethoven, it sounds like boogie woogie. I mean, he was a bad man.
Can you play us a little boogie woogie?
Well, I don't.
And we're back. How was your week?
My week. Busy. You know what I'm saying? It was busy, like trying to prep for the dinner and the live show. And it's the end of the year for school. And, you know, it was just busy. Again, remember I told you that I saw all those like elderly syphilis ads when I was in Cleveland? I saw another ad. It was 2 elderly people with a sunset. And it was like a beautiful picture. And it said, STDs are timeless. So that's just your reminder that, science doesn't escape anybody.
That used to be on the billboard in front of my house.
I love it. I love the diversity.
It used to be.
I love the diversity.
Yes, because old people be fucking.
A lot, actually. Like, more than you young people, apparently, from what I'm hearing. I heard a beautiful blend this week.
Okay.
I love when I hear a good mix. So, first of all, I love GNX. I love Kendrick Lamar. I know how you feel. But I love the GNX album. I think it's a fantastic album. I am tired of the 30 for 30 song. Or is it 30 for 30 or Sis or Luther? Well, anyway, howsomever, I heard an incredible mix. It was Kendrick and SZA to DJ Taz. That's right. That's right. And I said, I don't know who the fuck did this. It was in my Uber. But it is so good. So... I wanted to share that with you. My week was that. And what else happened this week? I think that's it, nigga. Like it wasn't eventful. Oh, I lied this morning. So I'm taking over to school and I've entered my I understand we live in a police state and country. So this morning I'm taking over to school and I've hit my fuck y'all Black lady era. So like, I know we live in a police state, police country, society, all of those things. But when I tell you I'm sick of these motherfuckers, I'm sick of them. I'm sick of their greed. I'm sick of how their greed inconveniences everybody else. On top of the fact that y'all want to illegally deport people, you take away due process, continue to move in the most fascist, egregious ways. You also inconvenience the day-to-day people as well with your continued greed, and it's all tied. So, you know, the NYPD been on a towing binge. And I'm sick of them too, because they have more money than anybody even should have as an entity, and they continue to be horrible with it. But they've been on a towing binge lately. So they towed all these cars on my block. And this morning, I'm taking Noah to school, and we are in we take our normal route, and it is like traffic that is not usual. So it was either somebody holding it up with a double parked car, you know, it's always a garbage truck. I see none of these things up ahead. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So I'm inching, and finally I get close enough to see what it is. Fucking NYPD is towing a bunch of cars by one of the mechanics, right? So they're towing a bunch of cars off the street. Do what you will with that, because the way that these niggas also operate these mechanic shops is also egregious. That's another thing. However, why the fuck are you all deciding you want to do all this rigmarole during morning commute when you know kids are going to school, garbage trucks are out, people are going to work, like everything is going on? And that's when you said, you know, Eureka, we're going to fucking tow all the cars right now while everybody's on their way everywhere. So we're sitting there. And it's the way that the tow truck is parked that's blocking and causing all the traffic. So finally, I ghost ride the goddamn whip, put the window all the way down. See? I hate you. Put the window all the way down and got my black ass out of the car and was like, y'all have to do this shit on morning fucking commute? So the nigga looks up. And I was like, I said it, nigga. It was me. Like, it's not a secret. I was fed the fuck. So we pull up. As we're inching up, I finally am stuck in traffic right next to where this nigga is in the tow truck. I knew it was coming. That's why I said, like, you want to have a conversation now? So he's looking in the car, giving me eye and like huffing and puffing. And it's a black cop. It's one of them niggas too. And he's huffing and Noah's like, oh, why he looking at you like that? This nigga can hear everything because the window's down. I was like, because he's a fucking weirdo with his stupid ass. And I'm like... And he is like huffing and fucking puffing because he wants... He wants to be bad, like, for whatever purpose. Yeah. And I was like, you want to pull me over, nigga? Or are you going to keep towing these cars? Fuck you. And I drove off. But guess what my screaming did? Move that goddamn tow truck, got them out the way. It was fucking effective, is what it was. Otherwise, they would have been holding up all of eternity. And nobody else wants to honk their fucking horn. Now everybody wants to start honking their horn afterwards.
Look at you being a protester. You are being the Harriet Tubman of Eastern Parkway.
Oh my God, wait. Okay, before we... Hold on, I need to hear about your week. But you just also sparked another thought. Do you know... Oh God, this is... You know how we talked about we have to do JXD Educates, which is also a scary thought, but... We've got to keep history and stories going. We got to get that Humanity Archive nigga on here. Oh, that's that incense. We got to get him on here. Do you know some of the wayward Gen Zs? Because remember, there's a whole batch of them that are like effective, wonderful human beings. The wayward ones, though, the conspiracy theorists of the future, like the terrible ones, are trying to say that Harriet Tubman was not real. Google it right now. Harriet Tubman is not real.
No, I've seen it.
Oh, okay.
I've seen it. Because At first, I thought it was just this black girl, and I was like, I don't want to. I'll let Jay do it.
Oh, that black bitch! Listen here, little bitch. You keep on spewing this rhetoric, and you gonna get put down. Anyway.
Yeah, because I saw it through Bob, and then I saw it through Jamel Hill, and then I went to go look for myself, and then I realized that it's a comunidad of people who believe that not just Harriet Tubman, but a slew of historical figures
are made up,
aren't real,
are fictional.
And I know we talk about like anti-intellectualism, like people are dumb for sport now, and like you could people are purposely dumb for clout or for like likes and things because it's celebrated, right? And I wish, sometimes there was this article I was reading about like community parenting at the Atlantic. Now, part of me was like, that is a big slippery slope. However, there are often times where I wish I could have swiped and swatted an iPad away from a child.
First of all, no, bring community parenting back. And I understand that we are trying to be different and so forth and so on. What?
But to this point, right? Like, you have people who believe this, and I don't necessarily want to be in community with them, and I definitely don't want to necessarily be them to parent my child. That's where the slippery slope of my argument was, right? I was like, yes, if I happen to live in a society of my choosing and my design, then yes, of course, I think it would be great. However, there are people in this world who choose to believe that the earth is flat, that Harriet Tubman isn't real, and that 5G is ruining. Yeah, 5G is ruining communities and brain cells and stuff like
Carrie
that.
Hilson.
And to them, I say, it's like, I don't know if we ignore it, like, because what I said on the internet was, I see why the young people have brought that word back.
Oh.
I'm not saying that word, but you know what word I'm talking about.
It never left. Listen, I'm gonna tell you where everything went left. We have to do an episode on, where the earth went left, right? Because there's many instances that contributed, butterfly effect contributed to where we are now. One of them is the fact that potpourri started dying out. When mothers stopped putting potpourri in the home.
Make your house smell like fall naturally. Add a few cups of water to a saucepan, followed by an orange cut into half of an apple cut into slices, and half of a lemon cut into slices, including the bud of that lemon. You'll also want to add 2 cinnamon sticks or ground cinnamon and about a teaspoon of...
Things took a bit of a turn, if you notice, on the axis. Potpourri was an essential part of our growing up. My mother used to put those packs of mulberry under the beds and the couch, all kinds of things. Like when potpourri started dying out, we started taking a hard left. And that's just one thing. When Gerald Levert died, that caused a tilt.
That was a cultural reset.
You know what I'm saying? So there are things that have contributed to the demise that we are in.
Like as a parent, do you ever walk around and be like, wanting to ask another parent, when did you give up on raising your kid?
All the time.
I know that life is hard, right? Life is hard and shit. Yeah. And I know that, I don't want to throw around rhetoric around eugenics phrasing and shit like that. But I do want to ask, girl or brother,
Like, when did you give up on yours, beloved?
Why did you give up on yours, beloved? Because I see it's just the fire is out.
I'm like, bitch, I too have taken a 5-minute break. You know what I mean? Like, what's that 25-minute shit where it's like, let's be effective for 25 minutes? So that, like, I've done all of it. Like, I've taken 25 minutes off of being a parent. It's nothing. But listen here, you gave all the way up. It is evident.
Just gave up.
Because your crotch fruit are wild thornberries. And that's bad for my future. You know what I'm saying? And then my kid got to be in community with your raggedy ass muffins. Like, I'm telling you, you've got to play Gerald Levert for your kids and bring potpourri back into the home. And while I don't believe in corporal punishment and beating, you know, I think a healthy fear from time to time is important. I seen a nigga the other day chasing some kids down the street to make sure that they get back to their home where they were supposed to be because they were in an area of their neighborhood they didn't have no business being. And he had to throw empty threats out the window of kidnapping if they didn't get back to where they were going. And he chased them in his vehicle all the way back to their house. Now, while somebody may say that's traumatizing, that's motherfucking effective. That's how you community parent. Exactly. He goes, you know what? He goes, get your ass back to over there, because he asked them where they live. And then as they were running, he was like, matter of fact, I'm going to kidnap you. Get in the car. And he drove alongside of them to make sure that they got back to their dwelling space.
You know, Chris and I went for a walk the other day, and I saw some youngsters cutting class. And it took every bit of me to mind my business. Because normally, like, what I love about New York is the fact that 9 times out of 10, niggas will mind their business.
Yeah.
Unless if it's something that is, like, beneficial to children. They'd be like, get your ass up and go to school. They'd be like, who the fuck?
Where the fuck you going?
They'd be like, go to school.
Where the fuck are you going right now? Excuse me. It's not lunchtime. I know you're not out on free lunch. Like, get out of here.
Yeah. And so, like, here, you know, where I attempted to, I was like, no, because I'm not going to have these Mexican kids call me a nigger. And have me
then you be on the news.
Out here on the news. Okay.
They call you a black gay and epithets. I know. It would be bad.
Yeah. Going to be.
Yeah. I hear you. I hear you. Well, P.I. will roll up and call me what you want to. Get your little ass back the fuck.
Parents whose kids have skipped school again and again could pay the consequences.
Prosecutors brought the parents of truants in the Los Lunas school district before a judge there this afternoon. They could face jail time and hefty fines if they don't make sure their children get to class.
I'm like, go to school. It's safer. For the most part,
actually,
it's safer there.
I think our schools are safer. I think they are. I think they're safer for the kids.
New York schools? Yeah, I don't disagree with you, actually.
New York schools, ethnic for the most part. You know what I mean? I mean, I know we've had an incident here or two with it, but for the most part, you know, it's like drugs running rampant, and that's in a very particular community. Like, ooh, you know what I mean when I say that, the expensive ones.
No, I do.
Yeah,
I do.
Yeah, Euphoria.
Yeah, but
how was your week?
We should take let's take a break.
All right,
and then we'll come back and I'll let you know.
Yeah.
Hit it, Claude.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Today's an important day. It's Juneteenth Day, now recognized as a national holiday. Some facts about Juneteenth. Fact 1. Following the issuing of the Emancipation Proclamation on January 1st, 1863, not all enslaved people immediately found freedom.
And we're back. So my week. It was cool. We celebrated Jamaica's birthday.
I saw. Shout out to the baby doll.
Happy birthday!
Yeah, we drove out to Whites Only, California, and we had a Malibu, that is, and it was a time.
Well, how'd that work?
Well,
how's it going?
Well, they reopened the PCH.
Okay, copy.
Right before Memorial Day.
Okay.
It was wild to see, because the last time I think I showed you the video where we drove by and it was still on fire. The Palisades were.
Mm-hmm.
But we drove all the way up to about Pepperdine, so we were deep in Malibu, and it was wild seeing like just frames, especially like car frames, like where it has just burned to anything, and just like there was a lot of like chimneys. And mind you, we didn't even go into the neighborhoods because you can't still.
I don't think I went into any neighborhoods when I went to Malibu. I think I only drove down that long strip to the beach.
PCH.
Yeah, with the businesses and the houses that were off of there and all of that kind of stuff.
Well, there's still homes that burnt down off the side of the road, in the ocean and stuff. And it was just, it was, mind you, still pretty because it's like nature. You can't. It's still beautiful. You know what I mean? But even in all its wonder, but it was really sad. And it's like, yes, these rich people lived across, whatever, but it's still like their homes and memories.
Anybody losing their home to a
like, that's fucked up.
Yeah,
man.
it is. It is. It's sad.
What else happened to me this week? I don't know. I'm Mormon now. Not because I fully, because they were just giving away Stanley Cups down at the Dick's. So,
that could have.
I am literally so dumb. I was trying to say how many Stanleys I had, but I really got distracted.
See, there you go.
If I didn't know, if I didn't know anything, that's very parental of you.
Oh yeah. What else happened?
I told you like a breastfeeding
there's
mother.
Some things I needed to talk to you about, and I made a note. So you remember? First of all, we need to talk about what's really important in the world. We should have incorporated this in the news.
Yes.
Them shutting down Job Corps.
When I tell you the way my heart sank.
Students and local leaders are calling on the Trump administration to reverse its decision to pause all operations at Job Corps centers. A rally was held this afternoon outside the Job Corps Center in downtown L.A. Meantime, one site in the Inland Empire says doors will close in the coming days, leaving both staff and students without jobs, training, or housing.
I have sent so many people to Job Corps and have been successful through the program. It has been a great, great boon to people for those who, didn't take the traditional way of life or had a rough childhood and they're trying to finally find their way. There was problems, but that's with every program. But it still provided access for folks to get some training to earn a decent living.
Absolutely.
And so by the end of this month, it'll be gone.
And you know why?
Sure.
Because they want these young niggas to join the military. So they say, oh, you're on to us, camping out outside Foot Locker. We're going to switch it up. We're going to be extra hateful and take away this very necessary tool and resource that's been around for so long. They also are eliminating the Head Start program. What the fuck? What are kids supposed to do for pre-K?
What are parents supposed to do?
What are parents supposed to do for I know school is not childcare, but in a sense it is. What they're supposed to do when it's time to send their kid. My niece is getting ready to start pre-K. Like, they're just...
Everything's moving to privatization. And no one can afford it. Even rich white people are beginning to, raise their eyebrows and being like, hey.
You see there's a lover's quarrel going on. We knew that was coming.
Oh, yes. Yes. When I tell you, nothing made me laugh angrily more than hearing the term white genocide. Like, I cackled, but I was pissed. I was like, no.
No, y'all are...
We not touting that in the White House. Like, no.
No.
But the funniest part was the Prime Minister of South Africa was like,
what is happening? What are you saying to us right now?
Yeah, it's like, what?
That Afrikaans with 3Ks are not in danger at all, actually. They're the ones who've been reigning terror and wreaking havoc. Like, what?
Right. But that's not what I wanted to talk to you about.
Okay.
I wanted to talk to you about something else that was important.
Okay.
So, Crayola. Right. We all know and love them. If you were a Rose Art girl, you know, it's okay. Just don't tell nobody. Yes, I'm being elitist when it comes to
same. First of all, they don't even color the same.
They don't. High class waxing.
Oh, shout out to us who were around when the sharpeners came into the back of the Crayola boxes. That was a movement.
Right. So, you know, they discontinue colors and things, right? Just because of things. I remember earlier, it started in 1903. So, like, they discontinued some colors because of, like, lead or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But did you know they discontinued the color teal?
Like from crayons?
Yes. In, 1990.
Teal discontinued.
And so a lot of that was just in circulation. And it was so funny because I just bought these teal shorts. I'm like, so y'all just gave up on teal?
So to make room for new hues, we bid farewell to Blizzard Blue, Magic Mint, Mulberry, and Teal Blue. Look at Mulberry, just coming all up and through this episode. The 4 new colors that were introduced are Inchworm, Jazzberry Jam, Mango Tango, and Wild Blue Yonder. What the fuck do those mean?
I wouldn't color with any of those.
Inchworm? Is that like a nasty brown gray? What is that?
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
That slate?
I was on Wiki. No, I looked at Wiki because I was looking at the history of colors because I wanted to see what got taken out or whatever. And that's when I learned that teal, they took off regular teal in the 90s.
So these were the colors that were discontinued in the 90s. Lemon yellow. You see how those are descriptive fucking names? What the fuck is Jazzberry Jam? What kind of jam?
I don't know what the fuck is a Jazzberry is. That sounds racist.
Inchworm. Okay, anyway. These were all the colors that were discontinued in the 90s. Lemon yellow. Violet blue. Oh, they discontinued violet blue? Blue gray. Oh, that must be Inchworm now.
Yeah.
Orange red. Maize. Of course, there y'all go, trying to erase people's history.
Maize is what, yellow?
Yeah,
Maize,
corn.
Corn yellow?
Raw umber. Orange yellow. They must have replaced that with that mac and cheese. Remember when mac and cheese became a color? Green blue, Blizzard blue, Magic Mint, Mulberry, Teal blue, and Thistle. Oh, Thistle's so pretty.
I remember Thistle. Because it was like a light,
it's like a pinkish,
yeah, situation. I'm telling you, it's so interesting thinking about just industry and how why would they wouldn't keep all these colors? There's some that ended in the 50s that we'll never see.
Oh,
there's some that ended in the 70s that we'll never see. And I often wonder how often do these colors stay in circulation?
They're all repurposed into a similar color though. Okay. So they introduced fluorescent crayons in the 70s. Chartreuse, ultra blue, ultra orange, ultra red, hot magenta, ultra green, ultra pink, and ultra yellow.
To go with ultra suede.
And we have now.
Thank you, Halston.
We have now moved on to names like Jazzberry Jam and Inchworm.
Inchworm. And you know what color used to piss me off?
What color?
Razzmatazz.
Is Inchworm. Yes, I hated the name.
I hated the color. I hated the name. I hated mac and cheese. I hated the metallic colors. I didn't mind.
I was a bit obsessed with mac and cheese only because it was so fascinating. I was like, it really is the color of mac and cheese.
It looks like crab mac and cheese. Yeah.
Inchworm is a shade of green. It's like chartreuse.
Oh.
That's stupid. Okay, anyway.
I wish I would name. They should call me to name colors.
I have a 13th reason. A new one. Those fucking baby AI videos. Nigga.
My mother sent me the one that Erica Alexander sent with them in Living Single.
I hate them so much.
I have not. I left my mother on red for that reason. I have to call it a day, and I know she's gonna ask me about it, and I'm just gonna have to be like,
Now, I will tell you this. There's always one exception. They did the Rick James skit with the AI babies. And I said, while this is terrible for the motherfucking, is terrible for everything. If you're gonna fuck some shit up, do it like this. This is the foolish shit you use it for. I don't give a fuck about babies on a runway, nigga. Like,
yeah, that doesn't use your.
But a baby with a Rick James braid wig.
You walk up to any chick, lick the whole side of their face, man.
I'm Rick James, bitch. Enjoy yourself.
We got closer, started hanging out. My brother.
But stop using AI for these stupid ass purposes too. Stop it. That shit is horrible for the earth. We are dying. Yeah. And y'all want to watch babies talking like Nene Leakes. That is so fucking insane. Like, priorities. Yeah. Well,
oh my gosh.
It's Black Music Month.
Have a real show today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Black Music Month, and and that's important. So we have a little playlist because, as a people, right now we're only focused on us. We don't know what they do. But as a people, we can get real unique with our pronunciation sometimes with songs to make sure that the rhythm does what it needs to do. And while we very much enjoy it, we've got to talk about these things. So we have a playlist of... they're not mispronunciations, but they're just Blacksiations. I don't know, in songs. So we're going to talk about it. So should we take a break and then come back?
Yes.
Yeah.
Hit it, Claude.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
They were separated by 130 years, but linked by genius. Composer Ludwig van Beethoven and great American writer Langston Hughes. Hughes, a musical historian whose verses rang like lyrics, and Beethoven, a lover of poetry that often inspired his compositions.
And we're black. You want to start or you want me to start?
I can start.
Go ahead.
Matter of fact, I actually do want to hear your first one. You go first.
I have addressed this before.
Mm-hmm.
We had a whole episode titled with it, but it bears repeating. As we inch towards Christmas in July, which ABC Family should bring. We don't have ABC Family anymore. Hot diggity damn. No. So Freeform should bring that back. 25 Days of Christmas in the summertime.
They're not going to do that.
Because they used to sell all the Christmas specials in July. Because I'm like, you know what? I would like to watch a Charlie Brown Christmas song.
Yeah, why not?
Independence Day. Why not? But in Little Drummer Boy by Destiny's Child, featuring Soul Angel, a.k.a. Solange, she says, Little Drummer Boy, didn't Diddy smiled at me. The little drummer boy, he smiled at me. He said, didn't Diddy?
Not
Didn't
that. Didn't Diddy is.
Diddy, he smiled at me.
Destiny's Child is getting a lot of rock this week because Kia was talking about Destiny's Child as gospel artists and preachers, with the Destiny Fulfilled album. And she wasn't wrong, but I wonder if this is a sign that, the girls want a reunion real bad.
I hope so. Damn. On Beyond the Greats, they have a crazy ass, the Supreme storyline.
Oh, you told me that was coming, so it's happening.
Yes. Oh, nigga, it was crazy. The Florence, who would be Florence Ballard if she was still alive, came and cursed Tamara Tooney out so bad she didn't even need to cuss on daytime television. And it turns out that there weren't 3 articulates. There weren't just 3 dreams. There were 4. So there was a 4th member. Turns out that Tamara Tooney stole the group and then left the originator out of it. And old girl offed herself from being depressed and stuff. Oh, no. So that was yesterday. That was when we recorded this Wednesday. That was Tuesday's episode.
Oh, Lord.
So I can't even tell you what happened. It's crazy. And so how Tamara Tooney is reading the suicide note.
Oh, no.
That the girl left her, from years ago. So she's been keeping this pain and this secret. And mind you, the girl who played Florence Ballard was like, well, does your husband know? Meaning Clifton Davis. And she was like, no. And she was like, well, I don't trust you, bitch. Because you did it to old girl and you did it to me. And so now I should go public with what you did and how you caused this girl to commit suicide, all this stuff. Anywho, so at the end of yesterday's episode, Tamara Tooney sneaks and reads this letter, the suicide note that she has memorized because clearly she has internalized and never forgiven herself over this before. But I was like, that's so fucking crazy. And Chris Rogers was like, what if that was like Farrah?
No, I already thought about them suitcases, and I said, but when you said
them girls from Girls Time, hell, even what's the one that's named after a country? Latavia. There we go. Because I call her Latvia.
Okay. What happened to Cleopatra coming at you?
I don't know.
You see? We need to do
Cleopatra
coming at you. Cleopatra coming at you.
What's your song?
All right. So this is a common pronunciation throughout several songs to make it work. And this particular group did it a lot. But the song that I wanted to highlight and start off with is Jodeci's I'm Still Waiting. Because the way that Casey says, lady, I just, it's all lady. So I wanted to add I'm Still Waiting to the list because of lady.
Okay. I figured we'd have some that will overlap. But I tried my hardest and my damnedest to think of songs where it was just funny how we pronounced it. And even though this is Black Music Month, this one artist is one, they're not Black, but as Black people, we appreciate them. And it is not Justin Timberlake. It is Sir Elton John. And Sir Elton John, when he gets the keys playing,
baby,
it's no longer Elton, it's Reggie. Reggie be on them keys, okay? And so he has a song called Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting.
Oh, yes.
And the whole time, he's screaming Saturday. You have no idea. But he is playing these keys like James Brown or Quincy Jones in The Wiz. It is just, he is... Reggie is playing the fuck down, okay? and screaming, "Sorry, sorry."
So one of the few non-black songs I have on the list is Elton John. It is Yellow Brick Road because in the chorus,
this is the same album.
Yeah,
Goodbye Yellow
you
Brick
see,
Road.
he was on a roll because in Yellow Brick Road, he goes back to the Highland, old out in the woods, hunting the horny black toad.
Yes, his pronunciation is wild.
It's so crazy.
But Reggie on the keys, though.
Ooh, I will never not be able to look at him and call him Reggie ever again. Oh, hunting the horny black toad. All right, it's your turn.
Shariel makes me laugh when I talk about her because she always says that she has a civil rights slip, which requires, which makes her pronounce things certain way.
Shariel is
civil rights slip is crazy, but it's so true because I always wondered when I was listening to the song growing up why she pronounced it this way. But Gladys Knight and the Pips love Overboard. She says, "Love overboard."
Love overboard, love overboard.
There's no R. It's like
You're
board.
right.
It's like love overboard.
Love overboard. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. First, civil rights lip is insane. And during Black Music Month, I feel like Shariel is one of the funniest niggas ever. And one of the smartest niggas ever.
She is.
I know we had some ones that were going to go on this list that were inevitable. So we should go ahead and get those out of the way. Obviously, this was inspired by certain sounds that we know that we hear, and they were prevalent during a period of time. But also, these came from somewhere because as we are discussing history as well.
Yeah.
And one young man who was very good at this. He was a crooner. And if I remember correctly, maybe he was not the strongest singer, but we definitely enjoyed his music. And that would be Case. Specifically, I'm missing you.
I'm missing you, baby. All right. Yes, I am.
Cases.
I'm missing you.
Yow. A yow was a sound. It's a very comforting, nostalgic sound for us, especially in our generation. So, I would be remiss if I didn't put Case's Missing Yow, which also became a TikTok sound. Y'all picked the most random shit to like. How are the kids go? How did Mint Condition go viral with the kids? I love it.
But
I love it.
I'm glad they're getting. Yeah,
that's the right direction. I'm just like, I just didn't expect that.
iPads are raising our kids well sometimes.
You're right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, duality.
Mine is, where is he from? I should Google. Even though I kind of know this information.
Mm-hmm.
Where is...
Who, Case?
Really? Okay.
What?
So, my next song is from the great and creepy Aaron Hall.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
I miss you. I'm talking to you, baby. I miss you. It's H-E-U.
Yeah.
He's from the Bronx. I had no clue.
Yeah, Aaron Hall's from the Bronx. You didn't know that?
I thought, but you know what? Because there was other people I was going to put on this list, but I was like, because I was going to put Brian McKnight, but I can't because especially now that his son died.
I hate that nigga. Nico. I hate that.
But there was a point where his first album, he's saying his words were crazy. Like his pronunciation.
And Brian McKnight, in his first album, let me look and see what was. I don't even remember what. Let me look. Hold on.
He's one of them people who didn't pronounce. He did that nose thing, or like him, Wanye, Aaron Hall. They all sounded the same at one time.
Let me see here. Ew, not like this. Ew, he has an album called Genesis. First of all, this nigga has one album called Genesis and another one called Exodus. Who the fuck do you think you are?
The devil.
I told you niggas that Jesus don't like y'all. Okay, let me see. What was on his first album? One Last Cry.
No, that's his second album.
No, One Last Cry is on his first album.
The one with the
Perm. His self-titled first album. No, it's this one.
Oh, really? Oh.
Yeah.
Please watch the visual.
One Last Cry was on his first album.
One last cry. One last cry.
I'm ending on the shelf. I saw you holding hands, standing close to someone else. Now I'm
leaving behind. I'm gonna put you out of my... Okay, no, I hate him.
Whose turn is it? Yours or mine?
You took my Aaron Hall, so let me see. Oh, okay, so they get to count because the lead singer. But, you know, this sound, it spans genres. Because Hootie and the Blowfish.
I only want to be with you.
Sometimes I wonder if it will ever end. You get so mad at me when I go out with my friends. Sometimes you're crazy, then you wonder why.
Hey, no.
I only want to be with you. So I wanted to put Hootie and the Blowfish on there as well.
Okay. There is a point in this person's career where they just stopped singing words and just started barking at people.
I love when people give up. Oh, Michael.
Yeah. So with that being said, Michael Jackson's Jam.
Would he count though? That's more. I think that should go on a. Like we don't know what they're saying playlist. Yeah, exactly.
That's why I said funny sounding words or funny sounds.
Because as much as I love him, Stevie has a few songs that can go on that playlist as well.
It's like, ooh, girl, what?
D'Angelo. Yeah, we got to do that soon, actually. We got to do that soon. Speaking of Stevie. it's your turn. I'm sorry. Right?
No, that's what I did. Michael Jackson.
Oh, you did Michael Jackson. That's right.
That's mine.
Stevie was one of those pioneers of that sound that we talked about because in Do I Do, he doesn't sing Do I Do. He sings Do I Do what you do when
it's a very
I do.
Dogs to me so loud, girl, do I do what you do when I do?
So
everybody sounded like they was from Baltimore.
Everybody was from Baltimore. If we call this episode, we can't call this episode Baltimore.
No, we can't.
No.
For not enough Old Bay.
Not even just that. Hey, it would be honor and reverence, but also like I think about Nina Simone. The world's on fire. You can't even do it. You can't even fake the funk for Black Music Month for Nina Simone.
Oh, no, man. Nah, I can't. Sun in the Sky, you know how I fucking feel. No, I can't.
No, the birds are flying high. Like, you need to feel different.
No, I can't. No, freedom is mine, damn it. And I
don't think you gave her a real chance. The same way you used to say you hated Kendrick Lamar, which that's a crazy comparison, but the same way you used to say you hated Kendrick Lamar, and then when you actually gave him a chance, that flipped. I feel like you haven't really listened to Nina. You never told me why. Maybe you can't. Maybe you can't hear.
You know why I don't like her?
I'm scared.
She is the first India Ari.
In attitude or...
But you know what's wild? I found myself singing an India Ari song the other day, so now I can't even...
What? Ready for Love?
No, she has a song called Slow Down. Because remember, that was the point I actually liked her until I came in contact with her. Yeah, I just can't get jiggy with, the voice. The voce is not for me. I get it, But like I have other things to read. Like there's Nikki Giovanni, there's other things that I could
there's
other art that I could get through to represent the struggle. You know what I mean? Like
right.
there's other.
You're like, I just opt out of here. I opt out of this right here.
Yeah, that's just one pathway to blackness that I just don't necessarily, go down.
Okay.
And I also I did not like her. You know what? No. She's just not for me. No.
I'm like, don't take.
I'm not going to get canceled. Because I already have choice feelings about James Baldwin too, but
Well, I think those critiques are valid. I think... Anyway. What's your next song?
Is it my next song?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Okay. Well, speaking of that time, someone asked, like, why do Black people like Bond movies? Oh. And I was like, I can tell you why I personally like Bond films.
Okay.
I like Bond films because they are very campy. Like, yes, they're action, but they are super like, how are you not supposed to be entertained by a woman named Pussy Galore? Like, how are you not you can't take an action serious with that. You know what I mean? Like,
sure.
Like, there's nothing. And then there's the music.
Yes, the music is always good.
Gladys Knight had a wonderful theme on it. So did Tina.
What did the Mormons sing for James Bond?
They all have their original themes. So I forget what her theme was called.
Let me see. Hold on. Gladys Knight.
The only two that suck are Madonna's and Sam Smith, but I don't consider Sam Smith because it sounds like a hymn song.
I don't even know what the
song, excuse me.
License to Kill. Let me see here.
I forget which one. Yeah, License to Kill.
Okay.
That was 97, I want to say.
Wait,
no, that was GoldenEye.
Turn the Bluetooth off. Okay, that sounds good. That sounds good.
But my song for this playlist is probably the most famous one.
Okay.
Well, no, because the most famous one got stolen by Kanye West. But the other one that is probably the most famous one is Goldfinger by Shirley Bassey. Because the way she pronounces Goldfinger, Goldfinger.
Let me see, hold on. Goldfinger.
Goldfinger. Especially as she...
No, not Red Balloons. What the fuck? Goldfinger. It's Shirley, right?
Shirley Bassey. Dame Shirley Bassey. Our
I
Dutch
to call
black
her
queen.
Shirley MacLaine.
Goldfinger, he's the man with the Midas touch, a spider's
Goldfinger
is the man with the Midas touch. Hopeless touch. Like the whole song, she pronounces shit crazy.
Now I'm gonna be saying that all day. Goldfinger.
The song. Goldfinger.
This is not really. I just put it on here for shits and giggles. And since you just brought up Shirley Bassey, Kanye was very good. We were talking, we talking about a particular era. He was very good for fucking up a word intentionally. Make sure he's like, no, this is gonna fit into this motherfucking song. And we just let it rock. So All Falls Down. Past that, Versace. I figured we'd put that on the list as well.
All Falls Down.
It all
which is a Lauryn Hill sample.
And then Selena Johnson sang
which
it.
Is
after.
Such a crazy flip because that song is about like poverty and like African children.
Oh no, this nigga is a skew. Why did
Lauryn did that on the Unplugged? I'll tell you that. I have several.
It wasn't cleared in time for the song's release. Okay.
Gotcha. We talk about this one often. We even opened the show with it one year sometime.
Mm-hmm.
And also, Case just has a really bad habit of mispronouncing things.
Mm-hmm.
But couldn't we be he happily ever after?
That's just
so happily ever after by Case.
I feel like that has a name. Hold on.
Be he?
No. It's hold on.
Splitting the be he.
Yeah, hold on. It's called no, that's not what it's not back phrasing.
We can call Claude and Chuck and see.
Right? But then I'm not even going to be able to explain it right because I couldn't even ask. I asked Google in the way that I ask stuff, and usually it gives me the answer. And this one, this is chaos. I have to clean this up. It's a word though. There's a word where they do it. And you know who else did it? Tevin Campbell. And tell me what do you want me to do?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
My love is always here for y'all.
I was here for y'all.
You want to do maybe one more? Okay.
I have my final one, but you go ahead.
Oh, hold on. Let's do a bonus one because I feel like this is also one of those overlapping ones and was one of the inspirations, but we didn't discuss it. White Shoes. I only want to make
Black stockings,
things
white
right.
shoes. Oh, yes. Before You Walk Out of My Life by Monica.
Right. So we have to make
only
sure.
Want to make things right.
Before you walk. We also didn't do any SWV, which they were. Anyway, my last one is on here. There's a couple moments in the song, but it's really in here for the very first lyric, the very first vocal in the song. And that's Players, Cheers to You. Because the very first thing he says before they even get into any verses or anything is, well.
Yeah.
Well.
And I should have known you was going to put that on there.
It's literally.
Oh my God. For whatever reason, Cheers to You has been coming up on like just random plays
that.
on my DJ.
Because Player didn't get enough justice for Player.
Especially when we were talking yesterday, we were talking about Lou. What was it? What was the song you played for me?
Yesterday?
Fuck, I can't think of it. I can't think of it now.
Who was it by?
I'll remember it later.
Wham Whammy?
I can't think. You were playing something yesterday, and then
what did I play for you yesterday? Let me
whatever.
look on mine. Okay.
I don't recall.
All right, let me look.
Either way, do you have? I have my final song. Do
Yes.
you know your final song?
That was it. Cheers to You by Player. Because well.
Oh, okay. Oh, my final song. I'm surprised you didn't mention this.
I had more, but
this is kind of a YN song. However, this song came on I was at a store and I was like, this is so loud and egregious. Why would they ever play this song here? But Holy Key by DJ Khaled, Big Sean, and Betty Wright.
Holy Key! Holy! Yes.
Yes, Betty Wright sang the fuck out of the end. Holy, holy, holy key.
Holy, holy, holy. And it's lay.
Surrounded by my angels and we all shine. Holy, 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 holy King. Holy King. Holy King. Holy, holy King. Holy.
Fuck you, DJ Khaled. You coward, pussy ass motherfucker. Yeah, sorry.
But yeah, that was my last song.
Holy. Yeah, we should end that on a holy note.
Yes.
Yes. Well, yes, we know there's so many more. I know y'all are going to be like, what about SW? They were on the list too, but we've been going for a while now.
So is Jeffrey Osborne.
Oh, yes, because on the wings of love. He's a lurve.
Yes. Yeah, lurve. I have Queen on here. Yeah, there's a bunch. We'll do this another time.
Absolutely. Did you see Jeffrey Osborne down at Johnny Gill's party? Wait, before we close out, no, cut your shit right now. Go Google.
No, I know, because now I recall, because he was singing at his party because randomly Anthony Anderson and Cedric the Entertainer were there as well in the back.
Is that random?
Because well, no, because they're supposed to. I wonder if they actually open it. We need to go and see when you get here. They're supposed to open a barbecue restaurant at the mall.
I don't know.
At the Whites Only Mall.
I don't think I want that.
I know. I was just curious to see if they had it. If you live in LA and you know which mall I'm talking about, let us know if it's open.
I also can I just because you a celebrity don't mean you got to open a restaurant.
Yes, just like if you're a celebrity, don't mean you need to have a podcast.
All right.
I was going to get it in here somehow.
Yeah, no, you... Well, we are so grateful for you all coming and hanging out. Make sure you join the Patreon for not only the visuals, but like all kinds of shit. There's just a plethora of things down there, all kinds of toppings for your ice cream. Make sure you hit up XD. It's a hootenanny and a holleration and The vampires are outside while we jubilee. Check out XD's information if you need, consultations and things. Make sure you get tickets to the Getting Grown live show Juneteenth. It's going to be a black ass time. What?
I forgot to mention this at the top of the show. One of my clients, who I'm sure he'll come on the show because he has a really good show, just started his podcast.
Hey!
Called Overruled with Jay Bullock. It is a black take on legal stories throughout the country.
Good.
Also, he interweaves his tales of being in law school as a older millennial going back and starting. Very good stuff. It's available here on YouTube and everywhere you get your podcast. So it's a visual podcast, which is pretty
And we'll
great.
link it in the description box so you all can find it easy.
Yeah.
Very wonderful.
So...
Oh, yeah, and get tickets to my dinner party, Sunday on a Monday.
Yes.
June
Yes.
16th, day after Father's Day. So if you don't know what you're doing for your daddy, I hate Zaddy, so I'm not even going to entertain that. Baby father, homeboy, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Even yourself, like, fuck it. Fuck that holiday. Make sure you come through. It's going to be a good time. You're going to be full fed and fellowship. So we will see you all next week. Boy. I only want to say boy.
Yes, we move.